Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Welcome back. How we doing? Yeah, good day yesterday for sure. Yesterday was an interesting day for me. A good learning lesson, actually, but a big day. We'll talk a little bit about it. Welcome back. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Hopefully, a good day. So far, at least. Knicks won, yeah. Nice Knicks win. It's so strange being in Miami and then having my hometown, New York, playing Miami. You just don't. I mean, of course, I want the Knicks to win, but if the Knicks do lose, I got Miami. But I do want the Knicks to win. Yeah, what's Ulta up to? Ulta held 500 again, though. Ulta 500 is the key level. Do I work out? Yes, I work out a lot. I sure do. I think it's very important. I think it's not just a, I don't think working out is just some type of, what's the word? Cliche. I think it actually does help your mindset. I think it helps your everything in life. So, yeah, being active, working out, having a routine, I think is very helpful, especially as a trader. So I know it's a cliche, but I think it actually is very true. At least for me. When I get on these little streaks of not working out, I don't feel good, and I don't think I trade as well. I woke up this morning, so it's a good start. Hey, William, that's very true, man. It's very true. It may seem like a joke, but it is true, right? Every day we get to wake up is a good day. Very, very true. Very, very true. GTL, Gym Trade and Laundry. GTTL, we should do no, it should be Trade Tan, no, Trade Gym Tan Laundry. TGTL. All right, so yesterday the stream got broken. There was 2,600 people here, and right when they all came, I don't know why they all came in, but when they did, the whole stream shut down. So we'll see if we break the stream again today. I did hardwire the stream today. This is your Ethernet cable that's running across my entire room today. If you could see it, it's literally running to the back. But I did that because we'll see if that helps at all. But I have good internet. It's 1 gigabyte upload. So there should be enough internet to run the stream. I don't know maybe if it's an OBS setting that I need to change for the amount of people that are in here. But yeah, we'll see. Just if the stream freezes again because we got 2,600 people in here, that's why. And there's really nothing I can do about it. So it did fix itself yesterday. So if you guys do want to stick around for that, 5 minutes that the stream lags, be my guest. I'll try to do the best I can to fix it. But let's hope that doesn't happen today. Let's hope it runs smooth. So welcome back, guys. Hope everyone had a good day yesterday. I had a really nice day. I think I closed the day up 1,900 yesterday. I had some losers, but I had one big winner. And that is a really, really nice example of my strategy yesterday. I started the day with 2 losers. I started the day with 1 quick winner, followed by 2 losers, and then followed by the big win of the day. So I kept my losses small yesterday. I stuck to my stop losses. Tesla faked me out a little bit. She definitely did her job of faking people out. She faked me out. But I stayed patient. I waited for another setup, and I nailed the downside off of 174 on Tesla. This was a sick rejection. Very happy I caught this one. Definitely turned me from red to green. I have this whole trade recorded live. I'll probably make a video about it tonight. So we'll see if people want to watch live trades. The live trades sometimes don't get the most views. I don't know why, because I don't see why you wouldn't want to see live trades on YouTube. I feel like that's what everyone wants to see. So I'll continue to make them. I like sharing live trades because it gives me some kind of credibility. I like credibility. I want people to know that, I can share everything online. And so I like sharing live trades. I like you guys watching them. I think it's very important to your journey, to your education. So today, most likely a Tesla live trade on the video tonight. So I hope you guys do enjoy that later today. Yeah, that's about it. Let's get started. Welcome back, guys. Press that like button if you're just jumping in. If you guys could. Here we go. So, May 11th, futures economic earnings calendar. Let's go ahead and pop up the economic calendar, even though we really already know what it's going to be, but it's PPI. PPI, Producer Price Index, is what we are getting today at 8:30. So, whoops, what the hell did I do? There we go. There we go. So, Pulte Homes again. Maybe I need to buy a Pulte house. Pulte Homes are nice. If you guys have a Pulte home, they're a good builder. I really like their designs. A little off topic, but Pulte is a good builder, at least what I've seen. Today, Thursday, Producer Price Index. That's going to be important. We'll see what the reaction is there. Jobless claims at 8:30 as well. Let's keep an eye on that. Some Fed presidents speaking here at 8:45 and 10:30. But I think the most important is obviously PPI, jobless claims, and then we'll see. Obviously watch the levels here on the market. So PPI today, that's big, right? That's big. Let's keep an eye on that. All right. Earnings calendar. Who reported earnings yesterday? I'm not even watching earnings anymore. I don't even care to get wrapped up in it. Where's the earnings calendar? Here it is. So yesterday, I think Disney reported, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Disney. So let's zoom out one there. So this was Disney, Trade Desk, Unity, Beyond Meat, Robinhood. I really don't care about any of these. Horrible builder. Used to work for them in Castle. I guess, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe they're not great, but I like the look of them, but who knows what the actual quality is. I have a Lennar home back in Naples, and that is a shithole. I mean, it's a nice house. I can't, let me take that back. I shouldn't say that. It's a nice house. It's a good first house, but it's definitely, you can tell they cut corners, right? Like the molding is like all jagged. They use like filler on the edges. Like everything's just sort of It's not, you can tell the finishes it's sort of just a box house. They just cookie cutter the house. They use like caulking. If there's a gap in the molding, they'll just fill the thing up with caulking and pretend like it's okay. It's those little things that you can tell with these builders. But yesterday, Wednesday, Walt Disney, Trade Desk, Unity, Beyond Meat. Thursday, today, JD, Fiverr, Krispy Kreme in the morning, Yeti. Really nothing I really care about. Nothing I care about tonight, and nothing I care about tomorrow. So, yeah, really not focused on earnings. All right. One of the best builders, Pulte. I think they're pretty good. Stockholm is good. That's obviously one of the more expensive ones. Pulte, D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton has they have like an Express that's not great. Toll Brothers seems to be a pretty good builder. Do your best, caulk the rest. I like that. That's I think that's their motto over at Lennar. Toll Brothers seems to be a good builder, at least where I'm from in Naples. Anyways, enough about builders. Let's continue. Tesla 170 supply, definitely something I'm watching today. NVIDIA 291, big level today I'm watching. Google 109, that was a sick hold yesterday at 109 on Google, an awesome upside. I've talked about this, I think, on stream, but definitely in the Discord. I am increasing my allocation in Google shares. I've been doing it for the last 2 weeks in my M1 account, my long-term portfolio. I like where Google is in terms of opportunity for potentially some upside in the short term. I think Google is pretty underweight. I think Google is pretty beat down still. When you have stocks like Apple, like Nvidia, like AMD, like Meta that are like really pushed higher, and probably people don't look at them as opportunity as much, Google is sort of that one that's really not much higher, starting to outperform very strong, and I think has opportunity. So definitely watching Google. Google's been pretty strong. I like its comeback. 109 key hold yesterday. We'll take a look at it today. AMD up to 100 yesterday. This is a big level for AMD. I don't expect this to be an easy level for AMD to break through. So definitely watching AMD at 100. PayPal. I'm in some PayPal puts. This is a larger term idea. PayPal has broken a pretty nasty weekly low. PayPal is trading in some 2017 levels that really have no support below. So I have a pretty aggressive price target on PayPal. I'm going to continue to hold these put options. I think this chart looks really bad. So I said PayPal black hole because I think it's in a black hole of price action right now. Amazon 110 and then Shopify 62. So those are the names we're looking at today. We'll see if we have some more time after PPI. But with that said, let's get started. Press that like button, guys, if you could, before we get started. Those likes really help. They help grow the channel, help grow the stream. If you guys appreciate the streams, that's the best way to show your appreciation. So I appreciate that. A lot of appreciation in the chat today. Appreciate. All right, let's get started. Do I want to start on the ES or the NASDAQ? I think I want to start on the ES, and then I want to sort of show you guys the difference of what's going on here. So here's yesterday on the S&P 500 futures, and we were talking about that 4160, 4170 zone, right? So you saw the 4170 reject pre-market. We saw a very, very clean rejection of 4160 intraday yesterday. So here's intraday. You guys can see 4170 rejection, popped back into 4160, rejected, back into the 4130 demand, had a little bounce off of it, right? 20 SMA rejection. We broke 4130, and that's what caused that really aggressive slip intraday. But where did we hold? Our 4110 demand. Came back up, reclaimed 4130, continued to 4160. You can see just in yesterday's price action how well these levels were working, right? Look at all the pivot points of the day. They are almost all of them are at key levels, right? Here's a pivot at 4160, 4130, right? That's our demand. Here's our demand. Here's our demand. Here's our demand right here, right? And here's our supply. Every single reaction was at a key demand or supply level yesterday. And this is what you aim to trade at, right? If you look to trade long off a reclaim of 4130, great trade. If you tried to play a bounce off 4130, maybe you got faked out on this one, right? This is a little bit of a fake out here, right? Maybe some people tried the long 4130 here and it did not work out. So that's sort of an unfortunate, that's what trading's not always perfect, but that's a nice little fake out. Maybe some people went long off this 4130 demand looking for a double bottom and then sort of got faked out there. Back into 4110, nice demand hold. 4160 was just a brick wall yesterday. And 4160 is a brick wall again today. So here is today, right? You can see pre-market. We got a little bit of a pop higher back into 4170. You can see that's yesterday's rejection. We came into it and we rejected. Now today, this is sort of interesting. This is a level that sort of has to be watched here. This is this 20 SMA, right? This is the 20 SMA on the daily chart. And there is some reaction stepping up here. So I'm definitely going to put this on my screen, right? I'm going to monitor this 4147, 4150 zone. You can see this 20 SMA on the daily has some importance here. Yesterday, look at this, right? Look at this rejection of the 20 SMA yesterday right here. Now today, you're trying to hold above it. So that's going to be a key. I think the 20 we don't want to look at the chart like that. I'll tell you that. Let me zoom out. I think we need to watch the 20 SMA today, right? On around 41.47 on the ES. We have to watch the 4130 demand, which we are still above, and we need to watch the 4160, 4170 supply. So really, the ES needs to break still out of this channel. We did not break out of this channel yesterday, even after CPI. We are still below supply highs. We are still above this demand low at 4130. And right now, we're pretty much just sitting in the middle of this channel, right? 50% retracement of this channel. We are just sitting right in the middle of the channel at the 20 SMA. So I think you got to continue to look for channel trades today, right? That's really all you could look for. If I zoom out, if I go to the 15-minute chart, here's your 15-minute over the last few days. You can see demand 4130, supply 4160, 4170, and pretty much the middle of the channel is the 20 SMA, right in the middle. And so you are just trading in this channel still on the ES, right? You are still just trading in this channel. So we have to continue to respect our supply and our demand. We cannot hope for breakouts. We cannot hope for breakdowns. We can't buy calls and hope for it to break out. We can't buy puts and hope for it to break down. It's not going to work. Maybe you get lucky, but that is just not the type of trading that you want to do in this market. Sit there and hope for something to happen. Look for supply rejections, scalp it. Look for demand holds, scalp it, right? Those types of trades are what we're looking for in this market at least. So you can see we're holding that 20 SMA. Market's pushing up a little bit here. We have to watch that 4160, 4170. When I look at a market like this, right, and I can clearly see, let me go to the 30-minute. When I look at a market like this and I can clearly see the supply at 4160 and 4170, there is absolutely no reason to long this market unless you are down in this zone, right? Why would you even consider longing here before we get a clear break of 4170, right? It just doesn't make sense. So today it's pretty easy to structure your mindset on a day like this. Just tell yourself, I will not look long unless the ES is holding above 4170, right? The only place I'm looking long today is either here off demand, right? I'm either looking long here or I'm looking long here. If we are not above 4170 and holding above, right, and that would be a place to long. If we're not here or we're not at the demand lows, I am not going to try to long this market in the middle of nowhere. We can only trade at key levels, right? This is something Carmine always talks about. Trade at your key levels and stay patient until they hit, right? So demand holds could be a nice upside long side play, and then above 4170 could be a nice upside play, break and hold above 4170. So those are the two long entries I would look for today. On the short side, I would look for supply rejections here, right? Look for supply rejections up at 4160, 4170. Look for something like this, right? Supply rejection to step in. Or I would look for probably a rejection of this 4130, right? Back into that 4110, right? So really only looking for shorts here or looking for shorts here. So that's how I would structure your day. Both NJ boys, yeah. We talk. We're going to do a video together on Memorial Day. So be on the lookout for that. So 4160, 4170, 4130 demand, 20 SMA. There you go. We'll look at this again when PPI comes out. SPY 414, right, guys? We talked about this one yesterday. 414. Are we above 414? No, we're still below it. So there is no reason to long this market unless the SPY is holding above 414. I'm not going to long into this high. I am not going to long into these highs. I am definitely not going to long into the rejections that I saw yesterday. So to long this market, you have to be above 414 and you have to hold above 414. That's simply what you have to see, right? If you do not see a strong hold above 414, you are just sort of chasing into supply, right? You are going to be chasing into a major rejection point. So watch 414. Keep an eye on that 414 level today on the SPY. If we go into the shorter term time frames, you guys can see this 414 has been very tough. Be careful of that level today. To the downside, it's around this 410, right? 4010. So 410, that's your demand. 414 is your supply. Again, you're just trading in a channel. And you have to respect the channel. Respect the demand low and respect the supply high. You can see right now we're rejecting 414. If we move lower, watch the demand hold of 410. All right, so that's the ES, that's the SPY. Now, the NASDAQ is a little bit stronger, right? And we're starting to see some outperformance on the NASDAQ. We've seen a little bit of outperformance on the tech sector, which is very interesting. This begs the question of, does the tech market hold the ES higher, or does the ES weakness drag the NQ lower? This is going to be something we have to sort of watch out for. Which indice sort of wins the battle here? Does tech just drag everything higher with it, or does that sort of give up? We'll have to see. But right now, the NASDAQ is very clearly stronger than the ES. We are above this channel high at 13,350, and if we go down to the 5-minute chart, and I zoom in here, this little late day hold of 13,350 was what sort of rallied this market higher, right? You guys can see 13,350. You have a very nice previous high. You held this demand yesterday. You had a little bit of a shakeout here, but where did that shakeout go? It literally went right back into demand, right? 13,260. So you had a little shakeout, strong demand hold, right? Strong hold here. You can see that demand that stepped up, big bounce, reclaimed 13,350, and now we are trading above it. So I believe it is pretty difficult, right? It's pretty difficult to short the tech market if you were above 13,350, right? Because a pullback to 13,350 here is really just a bullish retest potentially, right? If we pull back to 13,350, you are retesting these previous highs, which could turn into a demand hold, right, at 13,350. So a little bit difficult to short tech, right? A little bit difficult technically, on a technical standpoint, to look short tech here into 13,350. That's a little bit of a hard thing to get behind. If we get below 13,350, then I like that downside once again into like this 13.2. If we get back below these channel highs. So we'll have to see maybe what happens here on PPI. We have to see what happens at these previous highs. These are going to be very crucial. These 13,350 double top highs here, we have to monitor how the market reacts at that. Do we pull back? Do we hold? Do we pull back and do we fall back below? That's really going to be the key in my eyes here for the NASDAQ. This 13,550 supply that I have on here comes back from a few years back, I think 2022. Let me zoom out. So let me take I'll take the SMAs off because they're a little bit messy here. This 13,550 supply comes from back here. So if I zoom in here, right, this is the NASDAQ. This is back in, this area here is back in April and May of 2022. You guys can see right here, you see these rejections right there? This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rejections of 13,550. This is on the daily chart. This is where the market ultimately sort of rejected and moved lower. We came back up into this. We rejected and moved lower. So this zone here, this red zone that I have on the NASDAQ is from this quadruple top or 5 top. You guys know I'm not good with these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rejections up here at 13,550 and then a monster rejection here. That is why I have this red zone on my chart, right? And that is why it's a little bit questionable, right? How far are you willing to chase this upside, right? How far are you willing to continue to look for NASDAQ upside? There's been a fantastic move. There's been plenty of opportunity to make money on this upside. It's, this is where I start to get a little bit more risk adverse, right? This is where I start to get a little bit more, be careful continuing to chase this upside because you are not, right? You are coming into big levels here. These are not, these are not just small joke levels. This is major daily chart rejections that brought big downside and a double top here that brought big downside, right? We I'm not saying that the market's going to go to new lows here, right? But we could definitely see a little extended downside here, to rebuild this push, right? We could definitely see something like this, rebuild this strength, get some buyers to step in again, and then try to get it through that level. I would be surprised, to be quite honest. I'm just talking from experience. I don't know. I definitely can't say I'm right for sure. I would be surprised to see the NASDAQ just rip through this level without any type of, reset, any type of pullback here. So we'll see. Big level, approaching it. Be careful, right? 13,550 is not that far away. It's not that far away. It's right here, all right? It's right here. Is that the 100 SMA on the weekly? Interesting. Let me go SMA. Oh, those are daily SMAs. That's not going to work. 20, 50, there we go. Oh, wow. Huh. Interesting. Good catch there, Chris. 100 SMA on the weekly. Right there, huh? What is that? 13,463? 13,463. Interesting. All right. Yeah, big levels on the NASDAQ approaching. Just be cautious of it, guys. Just be aware of it, right? We're not going to be stupid longs into these levels. Sure, take some scalps, take some trades. We're not going to go full portfolio calls because, we just think we're going to break out here. Just be aware of this area. All right, let's go to QQQ. Let's go to the hourly, and here's sort of your key levels to watch today. So yesterday, right, we held that 321 on the Qs right here. You guys can see 321, 321, 321. Yesterday, pulled back to it, held it very nice. We got back above, and we held above this 324, right? 324, 324. All right, you guys can see right here, 324, big level. 324, 324. So today, same sort of thing applies as the NASDAQ. A little bit difficult to look short this QQQ if we are above this previous high, right? A little bit short, or a little bit difficult to look that short, right? To be that confident on shorts if the QQQ is above 324, because this could just be a retest for more upside. I think where you can get a little bit more confident on the short side is if the Qs start to reject 324. If we get back below that level, that's where I think you can get a little bit more confident on the downside. But above 324, technically, on a technical standpoint, this NASDAQ and this QQQ are definitely still in bullish territory. There's no doubt about it. You are trading above previous double top highs. If you are trading above previous double top highs, you have to respect those levels as potentially new demand levels, right? You can't just think, I'm going to short here and we're just going to flush through all this, right? This is definitely battle zones that you really don't want to get stuck in. So I would wait for these previous highs to turn into rejections before getting too aggressive on the short side. If you get those pullbacks, right, I will be looking for these pullbacks as buying opportunities right here. These will be buying opportunities for me if I see demand step up at 13,350 and if I see demand step up at 324 on the QQQ. All right. So there's your little run through on the futures before PPI here. We'll see how this all changes, right? It's going to probably change some things. We'll sort of reassess as that happens, and then we'll get through our individual stocks. Let's go to the Dow real quick. 33,500 still that level, right? 33,500 is still that level, and the Russell is still just doing nothing. The Russell is still just doing a whole lot of nothing in the middle of this channel. We'll check the dollar real quick. Dollar's been pretty silent here. These are some crazy candles on the dollar. I pointed these out to the group the other day. These look like bar charts. And this is crazy to see. Look at these candles. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. Weird candles on the Dixie. All right. Let's pull up the SPY. Let's see what this PPI data does. If you guys could press that like button. We got 1,900 people in here. If you guys could press that like button. If you're enjoying the stream, if you're new here, subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Let's see if the stream holds together here. Last time it froze, but we'll see if it holds together right here. All right. 8:30. Any movement? Not much. All right. A little bit of upside. Nothing crazy, though. What's the numbers? PPI 0.2 versus 0.3, so slightly lower there month over month. Jobless claims higher, so more jobless claims. Year over year PPI pretty much as expected, slightly lower. So similar to yesterday's numbers, flat to slightly lower. And then jobless claims are higher. Everything is pretty much coming in as within expectations here. Year over year on PPI, month over month on PPI, as expected. So let's just see what the market reaction is. Right now, we're still a little bit under that 414. Really not much of a reaction here. This 4160 wall is still definitely there. NASDAQ getting wicky. I think it's all about this 4160 wall, guys. This is more important to me than anything else. This 4160 wall on the ES is very important to me. This is a must watch, right? We definitely know this is a market. This is an important market level. 4160 and this 414. I don't have a preference about either of them, Tommy. I just watched them both because I know they're both right. I was on the phone with Carmine yesterday, and he said something that was very true. You have to be watching both, right? Because, for example, he said for his trading, if the NASDAQ, let's say the ES is like right here at demand, right? Let's say the ES is sort of at this 4130 demand. And you see the NASDAQ starting to rip. Let's say the NASDAQ is starting to outperform. Let's say the NASDAQ only pulled back here, and then you start to get a rip on the NQ, right? Sometimes, if you're not paying attention to that NASDAQ NQ strength, right, sometimes that is a really easy way to sort of front run some ES upside, right? If the NASDAQ is starting to outperform, let's say at like 10 o'clock, and the ES is sort of underperforming, sometimes you can front run that ES strength before it happens because you're watching the NASDAQ. So I think it is very important to be watching both, especially in a time where they're extremely deviated. The ES and NASDAQ are very deviated right now. They're doing two different things. You have a lot of strength on tech. You got a lot of weakness on ES because of banks. But they do have influence on each other. You will see that as you watch the market. So, yeah, you got to watch both. All right. ES 4160, still not budging. So that's really our level still. Let's get into some individual stocks. So Tesla, what a rejection. I mean, it's not that hard to catch. It's just a previous high day rejection, right? And, you know, the way it came in was sexy, of course. It was sexy, it was quick, and it was very nice on options, right? Options went up 160% at one point. So it was pretty nice. But how did I catch it? Well, it's pretty easy, right? Just a top here and a top here. 174, right? 174, 174. Not that difficult, right? You just got to understand your supply levels. You got to zoom out, look at where we've rejected previously. Back on Monday of this week, big rejection. What happened yesterday? Big rejection. So I knew that was coming in. I was focused on that, and we caught this. You know what? You're going to have to watch it tonight. I got to stop giving away too much in the live streams. You'll see the live trade and the analysis tonight on Tesla. What I would be watching today, though, is this 170 supply, right? You guys can see right here. 170, 170, right? You can see that previous demand here. Demand. We broke it, right? We got back above it. Now what are we doing, right? What is Tesla doing as we speak here? It is turning this previous low, this previous low, this previous low, this previous high, and this high right here into a rejection. So if Tesla, right, maybe breaks this bear flag here into 170, I am absolutely looking for a trade like this today, right? I'm definitely looking for this. If the market does break down and Tesla stays under this 170, I will absolutely be looking for that fade back into 166 again. So that's definitely something I'm watching. It might happen before I can even get the market to open. If we get above 170, then you're looking for upside. All right? So 170 is sort of that line in the sand. 170, if it's above, look for the hold above. If it's below, I'd look for that rejection to the downside. All right? NVIDIA, 291, very clear rejection level here. I am holding some NVIDIA puts very light. I am going to continue to sort of protect myself with some NVIDIA puts pretty much on a weekly basis. I would not recommend, this being a good trade to anyone. I have 200 shares of NVIDIA, guys. And I need to play protection on it, right? If NVIDIA drops 10%, I lose money. So, every week I'm probably going to look for where I can try to get into some NVIDIA puts to try to hedge my long-term shares. I am in some now at this 291 level. So I'm going to sort of monitor this 291. This looks like a really nice rejection point. You have a rejection from yesterday. You got some weakness up here today. And on top of all of that, right, I continue to share this with you guys. I know it's not working yet. But on top of all of that, this level right here, the high of this weekly wick is 289.46. So 289.46, right? That is right here, 289.46. I don't want to run covered calls. Not yet. Not yet. It's too strong. I'm just trying to scalp some downside in my options account. I don't want to run covered calls into this push. Not yet. If I start to see some weakness, I'll be a little bit more open to it. It's not as covered calls and all selling options may seem like, guaranteed money, but it's not, right? If you're running covered calls for the last 2 weeks, you're getting smoked, right? You're getting smoked. So I agree with you, though. I agree with you, though, out of the money. But it's not as easy as, let me just write a call and just make money. If NVIDIA squeezes here, I don't know. That's just me personally. But I get it, right? There's different ways to do it. I get it. But I'm a good option scalper. I know I can scalp these trades, and I know I can, I guess for me personally, I know I can be more profitable using my strategies for option scalping than I would, running covered calls. Just because I'm not very experienced with it, I probably wouldn't manage it correctly. So for me personally, I'm going to run the scalps, but I get it. I totally understand where you're coming from. So NVIDIA, 290, 291, watch this zone up here. This is that weekly high, 289.46, so keep an eye on that zone as well. That would be a nice zone to break. Let's see what happens there. If we break that, watch the demand of 287. If we get over 291 today, you might get more upside, right? If the market is strong today, I'm not saying there could be more up. There may still be more upside, right? So if you get over 291 today and you hold it, right, there might still be more here. So watch 291. That's a big level today. All right, Google. What a hold of 109 on Google, guys. I mean, this was our level. We talked about this all day yesterday. And this was just pretty wild. Pretty wild. So here's yesterday. Here's Google. What a move. Insane move. Look at this 109 level, right? Look at this 109 level. Just a beautiful hold all day. 109, demand hold. 109, demand hold. 109 on this big pullback. Huge demand hold and a huge upside continuation. 109, it was previous supply, and now it is demand, right? This is a perfect break of the channel high, a perfect hold of that channel high. This was really, really nice. So awesome stuff on Google. You're far away from 109 now. The next level that I am sort of watching for pullbacks is, I think, at least this low of 111.60s. But I also think that like this 112 psych will have some importance as well. So I'm sort of watching this 111.60 to this 112. This would sort of be the pullback zone that I would look to see if demand holds once again, right? Something along, right into this previous area here where we previously held on Friday, right? This little hold here, this hold here. So I'm going to be watching this 112 zone on Google. I'm not going to chase this upside, right? I'm going to wait for pullbacks. I have a lot of shares of Google. I've been starting to, I continue to buy shares of Google, and I like to see this. So I'm just going to ride this thing up with my shares. I'll soak that up as long as that wants to go. But for trading, on a trading perspective, right, I wait for pullbacks. I do not chase these moves with options because I know how quickly you can get slammed if you are chasing any type of move in this market. So if this thing wants to ride from here, shares. If it wants to pull back, options. Chef, thank you for the 174 level. Been in my chart. I waited again from early in the week, and on a hunch, I took it again. Pure gold. The info you provide daily. Never forget that, brother. Thank you, Chef. Chef, I'm gonna try to see you in Memorial Day, so you better get ready. I gotta get your number, Chef. You got me on Instagram? Send me your number on Instagram so we can text, so I can figure out a plan there. I appreciate that, Chef. Though that's awesome. It's gonna pay for my nice little lunch today for me, Chef. I thank you so much. Hopefully you made some money on that 174 on Tesla. Very nice. So, I'm coming into today on Google, and I'm saying you're not buying calls until this thing pulls back to at least 112. 112, maybe like this 112.50. If it never pulls back, I ain't touching it. So we'll see. That's the pullback I want. Join the Discord but didn't get an email. You should have got an email from LaunchPass. If not, then I will try to, if you reach out to me, I'll get to emails today. All right, Google. Let's go AMD. Really nice channel high hold on AMD. Here's the 15-minute. However, I'm a little concerned to this 99.50 100 level. All right, you guys can see previous high, break, retest, right? Not bad. Break and retest, right? We're turning the previous channel high into demand. That's pretty clean stuff right there. I hope everyone sort of understands what I'm looking at here. Previous highs into demand. That's very nice. So you can't short AMD unless it's under 96, right? Or you can try the supply rejection of 100, right? Those are the only areas. So 96, right? Keep an eye on that. If we fall back below 96, you could see downside. If you push back towards 99.50, 100, I would just be caution, right? I would have caution. Because if we go to this 4-hour chart, right, we can see this area is not easy, right? This is not an easy area on AMD, right? You can see rejections. Keep an eye on this 99.50, 100 zone. This could be pretty interesting up here. This is not just short-term supply, right? If we zoom out, we are coming into some big stuff here, right? 99.50, 100. But goddamn, man, this hurts. Look at that. It did it. We talked about this every damn day here. This whole way down, we said, watch for this bull flag break, and I missed the entire trade. Hurts. It hurts. But hopefully someone caught it out there. What a beautiful chart setup. I mean, it's just doing the same thing over and over again. History repeating itself. Push, retest, break, push, retest, push, retest, push. The measured move, right? The measured move, if we do measured moves, if you guys like using measured move, that's a 41% jump. That's a 33% jump. This is a 43% jump. So 43% takes you to 115. 30% takes you to like 106, 107. That's if you like measured moves. I don't know. I would still respect this supply here. You can see right here, previous lows, previous highs, 110 or 199.50. So keep an eye on that zone today. 99.50, 100. All right. PayPal. This is an interesting chart, man. This is an interesting chart. I'm very intrigued. I'm taking small plays, and I want to try to take it. I want to try to catch a big one here. But this is the reason I'm saying this is because this chart is crazy to me. So I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna try to get the best chart I can for you here. So we saw previous support step in anywhere on PayPal between 66.81, which is the low of this candle here. This is the weekly chart. 66.81 is the low of this weekly candle here. I'm sorry, 68.61. Sorry, what am I saying? 68.61. And the low of this candle here is 66.39. So we are below this entire shelf, right? This whole shelf is gone. Now, look to the left, right? Look to the left. Look at this price action. This is not, in my opinion, going to hold up PayPal, right? I do not see how any of this holds up PayPal. I don't see it. So I am definitely going to be in, a put that I can afford to lose if things just get stupid over here. I'm going to probably play just like one contract at a time, $100, $200, $300, and I'm just going to ride this baby out until I try to see 44, 45, right? 44, 45 is really the price target. If I know anything about volume profile, it tells me that there is not going to be any support until 45. But who knows, right? Things can change. Market could rally. PayPal could go with it. I don't know for sure. But if I zoom out, I mean, look at this, right? On the weekly chart too. Weekly chart back to 2017. This is 2017 right here. Look at this void in price action. Look at this void in volume. So this is pretty crazy, right? I think PayPal could be just a bloodbath here, but who knows? Very interesting here. Very interesting. Keep an eye on it. That's all I'll say. Amazon, 110. So a nice push on Amazon yesterday. Oh shit, it got through. Nice. Yeah, this might be nice today. All right. Hold on a second. Yeah, we got through here. Look for a retest here, right? This could be a very nice retest trade today. This could be clean. I'll definitely be watching Amazon. So previous highs, right? Pre-market highs. If we get a nice little pullback to this 110.70, I'm looking for a retest long here on Amazon. Keep an eye on that today. Could be interesting. Last one I got is Shopify. Shopify may need a little pullback here, right? Shopify may be due for some pullbacks. Remember, it is Shopify. It's not like Apple. So I think Shopify could be due for something here. I am definitely going to watch Shop under 62. I think if Shop drops 62, I think it will trade back into the 60s, 59, 60 area. This previous high right here. So I'm going to keep an eye on this Shop 62 level today. I'll see what happens there. All right. Let's get over to the futures one more time. The ES is still under 4160. That is a very important level to watch today, guys. Please do not go long into 4160. Please, right? Please don't go long right here. Please pay attention to where this ES is. You've seen the rejection step up here. 414. Please do not place buy calls into 414 today. Please be careful of that. NASDAQ's just sort of on its own. It's in a bullish situation, so you're going to have to see if that tech outperforms again today. As long as the NASDAQ's over 13,350, I would say this is still bullish. The same thing with the QQQ over 324. If the Qs are over 324, I think you have to be careful on the short side on tech. All right, guys, it's 8:50. I appreciate you guys being here. We had about, I think, 2,000 people at one point. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate your guys' support on the streams. I hope you did enjoy it. If you guys do, press that like button, subscribe to the channel. You do the best analysis on charts. I appreciate that. Strange Way 2000. Yeah, I can, let me see what we got. I sort of got to head out, guys. So Apple, Meta, they're in DesETA. If you guys want to get more technical analysis, you can scan that QR code, or you can go down to where it says Get My Technicals. That is like $5 a month. You get technical analysis every day. It's like a couple cents a day. It's just a way to keep the server running pretty much. So if you guys want to check out more technicals from me, it's there every single day in the chart Discord. All right, guys, press that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're getting to that daily 1,000 likes. So we're sort of making higher lows here, man. I'm happy. I'm very appreciative of you guys continuing to support the channel. We're getting to 1,000 likes pretty often now. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. We got to pass Carmine, man. We got to pass Carmine. That guy blew up. I hope you're listening, Carmine. Got to pass Carmine. Carmine's 115,000 subs now. I don't know what the hell that guy did. Probably paid for him. I'm just kidding. Carmine's a great guy. He's a good friend of mine. And hopefully we'll continue to help you guys out and continue to do some things in the future together. So thanks again, guys. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.